Hey guys, Thrasher here, and the anniversary step-up banners have finally arrived. Let's talk about it right now. Okay, so first up, let's go to the summon area because there's a lot that's going on here. These are not regular step-ups. They've changed the way it works. Essentially, it's going to cost 5,200 crystals to do a full cycle. To do a half cycle is 2,200 crystals. It's going to give you 30 units and a guaranteed sparking ticket, or essentially it's going to give you 7 tickets, which lets you do your guaranteed sparking pull. After that, you need 7 more tickets for each guaranteed sparking pull, and it's going to reset you to step 4. Now, steps 4 through 7 will cost you 3,000 crystals. It's going to pull 40 units, and it's going to give you 4 more tickets, which means you're going to need to do 2 cycles, which is 6,000 crystals, to get you 8 tickets, which lets you do 1 pull, and then you have an extra ticket. So there's a bit of an issue there. They did reduce essentially the discount for these step-up summons. You used to get 1 pull or 1 unit, whatever you want to call it, for about 70 chrono crystals. The cost now is about 74 chrono crystals. So it's not a huge increase, but it is a little bit of an increase, something to consider. And then, rather than 2 guaranteed sparking pulls per full cycle, you now get 1.5 guaranteed sparking pulls for your first full cycle, and then you get essentially 1 guaranteed sparking pull every full cycle after that. So that's definitely a downgrade. And then one last thing to consider here is the Super Vegeto that everyone's after is very, very, very hard to get. It's only a 0.25% chance to pull on the regular summons, and then on the guaranteed sparking pull, it's only a 5% chance as opposed to a 20% chance, which is what it would normally be on most of the older step-up banners. So they've definitely nerfed that. With that being said, there are still lots of amazing units on these banners. So let's break these 2 down real quick and show you exactly what's going on with these. So first up, we're going to look at the Goku banner. We'll look at the Vegeta banner next. Let's go to Z Power List, and we're going to go over to the Z Power List area. The Goku is a good unit. A lot of people think the Vegeta is actually a better unit, and that's arguable. It's possible, but the Goku generally goes on better teams. So they both go on the God Key team, the Vegeta and the Goku, but the Goku can work on Sun Family, which is the best team at the moment. Although it might have just been surpassed, it's still going to be a super meta viable, super powerful team. So keep that in mind. The Frieza, I think, is going to make Lineage of Evil viable again, and he can run on the Frieza Force team. He's absolutely a top tier character. So you've got 2 top tier characters right there, and then the third character is obviously the Super Vegeto. He's absolutely broken. At 7 stars, his Z ability is absolutely insane, but you're not going to get him to 7 stars. It'd probably cost $1,500 to $2,000 just to have a chance to get him to 7 stars. So keep that in mind. I want you to keep your expectations realistic. There's a good chance you're probably not going to pull him even if you have 20,000 chrono crystals. It is possible. It's not crazy unrealistic, but it's going to be fairly expensive, or you will have to get super lucky to get this Super Vegeto. So just keep that in mind. Next up, the Gohan, who is also available in the guaranteed sparking pull. So here's the key: is no matter which route you go, the first thing I would suggest is for either of these banners, do the first half of the cycle, which is 2,200 crystals. That's the first 3 steps. That's going to get you 7 tickets so you can do your guaranteed sparking pull. You want to do that on both banners. So figure out which banner is best for you, and let's go ahead and back out of here and actually talk about the rates on the specific banner itself. So as we show this off, keep in mind that the idea is you do the first 3 steps on this or the other banner, and then you switch banners and do the first 3 steps on that. Those should be the first steps you do if you're short on crystals. If you have enough crystals that you're going to do both of them multiple times, it's okay to do a full cycle on one and then switch to the other. Most people have a generally good idea of which of the sparking characters they're going for, but there's 2 amazing characters on these banners that most people may have missed. They're the extreme characters, and we'll talk about those in just a second. Let me explain what sparkings you want to go for in what situations. So this banner has the Goku and the Frieza. I would say this is your best option if you're already running a Sun Family team, or you want to run a God Key team. The God Key team is going to be amazing both ways because the other banner has probably the best extreme God Key character that you can get, but this one also has an amazing extreme God Key character. So if we go to Z Power List and we go over here and we scroll down a little bit to the extreme characters, we see that there's a ton of sparking characters here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. This God of Destruction Beerus right here is brand new, and he's absolutely amazing. He has okay tankiness. He's not a super tanky unit, but he does an absolute ton ton of damage. He has a ton of abilities that stack his blast damage, and if you happen to get lucky enough to pull the Whis from the other banner, that Whis makes all God Key characters absolute monsters when he switches out. He increases their damage by 25%, and then if he switches out and this Beerus comes in, he increases the Beerus's damage by 45%, who already gets amazing stacking buffs, so he can one combo many units in the game. So Sun Family and God Key is pretty much what you're going to want to go for on this banner. Let's talk about the other banner real quick and why you might want to go for that banner as your primary banner and maybe only do the first 3 steps on this one. So if you happen to have the perfect cell and you're not really running a Sun Family team, this is probably your best bet. The Gohan is a good character. He's definitely going to be, if not top tier, very, very close to it, and he can allow you to run a very quality regen team. So we've got the Vegeta, who obviously can run on your God Key team, so if you're going for God Key, this is a good banner as well. You can pull the Vegeta, you can hopefully pull the Whis, but he has a fairly low percentage drop rate, so keep that in mind. And then obviously the prize everyone's going for is Super Vegeto, but he is not the reason that you pick one of these 2 banners. He's on both of them, and he's a very low drop rate. So if you ask me, here's how I'd rate these banners, and here's the specific strategy once you figure out which banner you care about. I would call these 4-star Dragon Ball banners. If they had moved all of this into one banner, it would absolutely be the first 5-star Dragon Ball banner in the game, but because you need to split your crystals between the 2, it's a 4-star Dragon Ball banner for both, meaning that you can spend all your crystals, but make sure that when you're spending on one of these banners, you're saving a little bit of something for the other one, because you want to make sure you're doing, at the very minimum, the first 3 steps of both. So here is the strategy that I would utilize. Figure out what banner it is that you care about most. Let's say that you care about this Vegeta banner the most because you have a regeneration team that you're trying to run and you want to get to Gohan. What I would do is do my very first 3 steps on this Vegeta, stop, do my guaranteed sparking ticket for this banner, switch to the other banner, do the first 3 steps to get that done, and then switch back to this banner until I've pulled at least one of the 2 units here, the Vegeta or the Gohan. Once I've pulled the Vegeta or the Gohan, I would then switch back to the other banner, because then there's a higher probability chance I'm going to get a new unit on that banner, and it then has more value than this banner because I've already pulled one of the 2 units. And then once you pulled the unit on the other banner, you can then switch to whichever banner you want, which would probably be this banner again, if you're going for the Vegeta stuff. Now, if you ask what I'm going for, I already run Sun Family, and I have a reasonable God Key team that's missing, 1 or 2 quality characters, so I will be focusing mainly on this banner right here, the Goku banner. I think this one has slightly higher value for me, and obviously I'm really hoping for the Super Vegeto, but I'm not going to keep my fingers crossed and hold my breath, because there is a very low chance that I'm going to pull it, even with 19,000 crystals. I think by the time I actually do the summoning video, I'll have 20,000, so that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know which banner you're going to pull on. I will have a summoning video of this stuff out later today. Hopefully by then I can farm up another 1,000 to try and get a few more summons out of this, and expect that video probably late evening today. And if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.